Like, how long has Naruto been over here, like, sucking up to your ass, and you just, like, throw him to the side? Plunk.
Like you really have this hate for Sakura. Like what did you doing?
It's just like she's that pick-me girl.
Oof. That's a thing that I've been seeing a lot of lately is that whole pick me narrative. I've been seeing a lot of that.
It's basically the girls who, like, talk down about themselves just to get attention, and then when they receive the attention, like, they still need more, and they always feel the need to be validated by someone. But even when they are validated and given reassurance and confidence, they'll still talk down on themselves and pretend like they're depressed and like, oh my God, I'm so ugly. No one's ever gonna love me. Will you love me? Like,
Oh, I hate that. I didn't know there was like a term for it, but I definitely hate that.
there's also the pick me boys.
Oh, oof. I feel like
Those are
that's
like
just
this.
like any guy. I just feel like that's pretty much like any guy. Like, we all want to be chosen. We'll do whatever.
I am the chosen one.
There are literal guys that are like, I'll drink your bathwater. Like, they're come on. Like,
Okay, Belle Delphine.
bro. Okay, I can't even hate. I can't even hate because like the fact that she actually sold it. She sold it. She sold her bathwater.
And now she's doing porn.
But like, here's where I'm at with it. Right? Here's where I'm at.
Mhm.
It doesn't take much.
It really doesn't. Like, she's attractive, she's cute, like,
And she knows it.
she's got the little kitty cat ears. Of course, guys are gonna want to, like, look at her.
And like, my thing is like, she wasn't even in a position where a lot of other people were, where like it's like, oh man, people aren't liking these videos enough. I gotta take some clothes off. She was just like, I know I'm hot. I can ball out right now. She built the platform for it, and you can't really hate.
I don't know if you watch Cold Ones on YouTube, but they're like good friends with her, and they did a podcast with her, like a recorded podcast, and she explained the whole bathwater situation and what she's been doing since she got like banned from Instagram and other platforms.
Oh, I didn't know she got banned from anything. That's crazy.
That's why you can't find like her Instagram or anything anymore. Like she's not on there.
Ooh,
There's a bunch of fake accounts, but there's no like legit Belle Delphine anymore.
okay. Okay, yeah, wow. I didn't know she was like banned. Was she banned from YouTube too, or was she on YouTube or Twitch? Exactly.
I don't know.
I don't know.
One of the two.
One of the she was on one of them.
No one's heard from her in like 2 years though. She just does her little side hustle on that website and
It's OnlyFans.
goes about her business.
Yeah, we can say OnlyFans on this podcast.
There's multiple platforms, but I don't know. She talked in depth about it, and it was. She seems like she's doing good though. I mean, she didn't like it.
I would imagine. Like,
She's still making money.
I can't be mad at it. Can't be mad at it. At least she didn't do. Well, we'll get into that later. All right, so let's officially kick this thing off. Welcome to the Otaku Village podcast. It is your boy Schwag. I am back. I do not have my other two Hokage with me, but I have a special guest in the building. We have Naya. Naya, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Naya. My Instagram will be down in the comments. I can't remember it off the top of my head. You can find me on Facebook too, and my Snapchat will be somewhere down there.
If you want a million people blowing you up, then hey, you go right ahead. But just real quick, the podcast will be available on streaming platforms, Spotify, others. I'll post a link in the description. You can hit me up on my YouTube. Well, if you're watching the video version, youtube.com/Schwag Gaming and Music. I also have my Twitch, t.tv/Schwag Music, and other platforms. They'll all be in the description. But we are here on the video version. Today, we're going to talk about conventions. As the country is opening back up, we're getting conventions back, baby. We outside, as they like
I'm
to
so
say.
excited.
We outside, baby. So, I brought my friend Naya with me, who is an experienced convention. What would be the word? Convention.
Connoisseur.
Connoisseur. A convention connoisseur.
I haven't been to one in like 2 years now.
That's everybody. Like everybody. Like,
It sucks.
It is because conventions are fun. Like whether it be anime, gaming, comic, like there are plenty of other conventions out there. So I just found out today there was a fabric convention. So
a what?
fabric convention.
What do they even do with those?
I don't know. I don't know. I was like, do they cosplay? And my man was like, yeah, they wear clothes. I was like, I get it. So I was like, all right, well, yeah. There's a bunch. We're talking more specific, like the nerd conventions, like your anime conventions, your comic conventions, your gaming conventions, your Dragon Con, which is like a mishmash of like everything, and we're just gonna talk. It has been 2 years. It has been 2 years, right?
I think the mixed ones are the best conventions to go to. There's just so much of everything.
Do you ever feel like it's like too much?
If you're just getting into anime and into the weeb stuff, then it's probably not the best convention for you.
Okay.
Because there'd just be a lot of stimulation and not knowing what to do first or what to go look at and a lot of unknowns.
Facts.
But it is a good experience overall.
I feel that. And it's crazy because like, ooh, goodness gracious. Okay, so not editing that out. But it's crazy because like you go to these conventions and they look so well put together. And some of them, especially where we are fairly new, and they're still working through some things and trying to figure out what they want to be. And I feel like that takes away a lot of the anxiety from new people because it's like we're new too, What was the last one that you went to?
I think the last one I went to was Ichiban in Charlotte in 2018 or 2019.
Okay. I couldn't make it.
So a while ago.
I could not. I can't remember why I didn't make it to that one. It's in Charlotte.
It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Last one I went to was Queen City. It was Queen City.
That's one of my favorite ones to go to. I've been to the Queen City one before though, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, because they just started. I want to say a few years ago. Yeah, I went to Queen City in 2018 and 19. I did 2 panels in 2019. That was fun. I'm not gonna say it on camera, but I had a lot of fun.
I did one panel in, it was I think 2016.
Okay.
That was the only one I did though.
What was it?
It was in I cosplayed for Attack on Titan for one con, but then the panel was free.
Okay.
The swimming anime.
Okay, I was like, I don't know. Okay. I was waiting on you to tell me. I was like, I don't know.
That one was fun though.
Okay, bet. Okay, cool. So, check this out. We're gonna talk to all the new people. We're gonna talk to all the experienced people. We're gonna talk to all the confused people. I feel like you know enough about conventions. You've been there. You've done that. I've been to a couple, and I have my own experiences. And we're just gonna sit here and chat about it.
There's always going to be good experiences and bad experiences and mixed feelings when going to conventions, because sometimes you'll have a blast and sometimes you'll, run into some weird stuff, and it might not be the most pleasant stuff, but you get through it, you have fun, you learn what to do and what not to do.
Speaking of bad experiences, remember the Demon Slayer movie we went to?
That movie.
Yo.
Tasty.
We thought we went to the sub version. That was the first part. We thought we went to the subbed one. And then they started talking. We're like, damn it.
What is this? Disgraceful.
This is not tasty.
I want my money back.
Oh my God. No, the apex for me as a kid.
It was still good. It's just I wasn't expecting it. Like I was expecting the subtitle version and Japanese, but That's not what happened.
That's not what happened. And I'm not gonna say I was no, because the movie was good. The movie was good.
Yeah.
But I'm more so more so speaking of the kids that were behind us.
Oh God. First of all, he called my friend a bitch. It was this little 11-year-old.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah, some parents just need to, you know, like let their kids know to quit while they're ahead.
That part. I'm just glad I didn't have to be the old man in that situation. I was chilling.
These two little kids, and they kept kicking the back of our seats. And like we're in the second row of the front, so we're already having to like break our necks to look up at the screen.
Terrible.
And they keep kicking and kicking the seats, and the parents are doing nothing. And my friend asked the child to stop, and he was like, he either said no bitch or what are you gonna do about it?
Something like
he used the word bitch somewhere.
No, he used a bitch where she did snap on them, and he was like, what a bitch.
Oh yeah, because we'd asked them repeatedly to stop, but they kept doing it, and the parents did nothing the entire time. I think they were more invested in the movie and had to bring their kids along.
Ridiculous. I mean, they weren't just kicking; they were running back and forth, like
messing with the buttons on the seats to make the legs go up and stuff. It was like.
Oh my gosh. I was already frustrated with the fact that we were watching a dub movie.
Sometimes you have the need or the want to snap at a child, but then you have to realize you're an adult and use your calm voice.
And you know, that was me. I was when your friend went off, I was like, all right, at least it wasn't me.
It's okay. She's 17. She can't get in trouble for that.
Oh, okay, big bets. I was like, okay, like I thought she was 18, so like no, she's 17. So yeah, she was.
I'll get in trouble for maybe being aggressive towards a minor, but if it's minor versus minor, I mean.
Yeah, there we go. Like let them
all cards in.
Let them handle that.
Let them handle it as children.
Yeah, exactly. Golly. All right, so check this out. So when planning for a convention, I know we're gonna go on a few tangents. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're gonna go off track quite a few times.
We went on plenty enough before we started recording.
We did. We were like, hey, let's talk about what we're gonna talk about for the podcast, and then we did not. I sent you the show notes like 2 minutes before I started recording, so
I reviewed it, and I have my thoughts on the different sections on what we're going to talk about, but okay. I'm gonna have to brainstorm more when they come to me.
Okay. Just be ready when we pull up the dress code thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I am like I got to pull it back up to look at it. And I'll do it in post where I show like the video or the picture or whatever. God, why do I editing? Okay, anyway. All right, so you're new to a convention. You're probably experienced at a convention, right? Whoever you are out there. Most important thing is to know what to bring with you. Okay, whether you're local.
Have a go bag.
A go bag. Oh.
You need to be prepared.
I'm sorry. All I heard was hoe bag, and I was like, I know what goes in that.
I said go bag, G-O.
It's like, whoa. You just have a whole bag for the convention. It's like, what?
Shit, bring both.
Hey, the trunk got plenty of space. Let's go. Let's do it. But go bag. What goes in this go bag?
Definitely a phone charger.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to want to bring cash too. Not all vendors at the convention will accept credit or debit cards or Apple Pay like most places would, since they're just small booths.
Big facts.
Run by individuals. You're also going to want to bring snacks, a drink.
Not just drink, like water, man. Just like water, because I mean, a lot of these conventions are in the summer, bro, and like walking around.
It gets so hot, especially if you're wearing like a more covered cosplay, like if you're wearing a lot of clothing and cloth and stuff,
Yeah.
you're definitely gonna get hot. And if you are cosplaying at the convention and you have on a lot of makeup and stuff, I'd suggest carrying around like uh, mini makeups in your purse or bag, just so if you need to, you can touch up your makeup without having to go back to your room or to the car or elsewhere to fix yourself.
Oh yeah, that's definitely important. I've seen with like with men and women like grooming for their cosplay is like dumb important. And
During the summer, it gets really hot too, so like your makeup will or like, your sweat will literally melt your makeup off
oh yeah, oh yeah,
at points.
oh yeah,
It's brutal. The heat, it doesn't stop.
big facts.
And in a building with a lot of people, it can also get very hot and uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So we talked about cash. We talked about a little extra makeups, water, snacks, um,
Phone charger,
phone
portable
charger,
battery.
portable battery. Literally, honest, and this is just me. You stanky MFs, please deodorize, please, please deodorize.
Gonna go off topic here for a second.
Go ahead,
I was
go
in
on,
high
go on.
when I was in high school, there was this kid who I sat behind in one of my classes, and I think he only showered maybe like once a week.
Oof. Yo,
And it was in like because our school was so big that we had to have the trailers out back in high school.
the
So it
trailers
was
were
like,
for the
and this
troublemakers though.
no, they weren't.
Yes, they were. We had trailers. Those were for the troublemakers.
That's not what ours were for. It was just because like the other classes inside were overfilled. Like we had 1,000 kids per grade, and the school was
What?
already huge. I know, right? 800 to 1,000 kids per grade in high school. So they had to like during my sophomore year, they put like 20 trailers out back
Okay.
with like little wooden walks and stuff to get into the trailers, and they were tiny and cramped and didn't have great air conditioning, and like for someone who doesn't shower often to be in there with no like AC or barely any AC, it gets a little smelly.
Oof. 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 That's not good. That's not good. Yo, did you? What was it last year where people they did a poll on like whether people wash their legs or not?
What? Did
Yes, we're like
I miss out on this?
I think you did because there was a whole poll about people in the shower, and they were like, "Yo, do y'all wash y'all legs in the shower?" And there were a bunch of folk that were like, "Fuck no, we don't wash our legs in the shower."
I wash my legs in the shower.
I look, Naya, I was about to end this Zoom call if you did. No, real talk. There were people that were like, "No, I don't wash my legs. Everything just goes down." I'm like, bro, you have.
I mean, I get that, but like you should also, just get extra like soap on them and make sure you get like all the sweat and grease and grime off your body. And
That's what I'm saying. Cause I mean, especially if you're wearing shorts, you're kicking up dirt all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna get on your legs, man. Like, just take the extra second and just wash your legs, bro. Like, just,
you want to be extra germaphobe, a towel is never really clean
that is right. That you
as you
not
get
right.
wet within your shower, and then the heat and the wet towel grows a lot of bacteria. That's just
You
nasty.
is right. I'm not gonna look. I ain't gonna stunt. Like,
But I mean, you're cleaner than you were
yeah, okay.
previously.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, another thing I found like pretty helpful to bring, and I didn't even think about it until like it actually happened. It was like, um, seriously, hand sanitizer is low key important because say like you're doing gaming tournaments or whatever, and you're not using your own controller, or if some conventions they had the Guitar Hero joint set up or whatever,
Yeah.
and you're using the instruments or whatever. Hand sanitizer, we're still kind of in the COVID era, so do what you can to stay clean, and hygiene is important. Sanitize, do all that. Um, it's dumb important.
With all the booths and stuff too of people selling stuff, like that stuff has been touched repeatedly. And like, I know that from past conventions too, like people are always looking at whatever each booth is selling and seeing if they want something. So like the sword replica that you find could have been touched like over 100 times easily in an hour.
That part. Oh, and speaking of like booths and selling stuff and all that good stuff, if you are of somebody that is selling something, promoting something, business cards. Bring business cards with you. You want people to remember who you are. So just because they bought something from you doesn't mean they're going to remember you. Have a business card on hand with your IG handle, your website, your whatever, you know. Have that on you because you want people to come back. You want people to refer you, pull up somewhere else, you know, and, you know, you post like, hey, I'm going to be here. Those business cards will be out there. You'll have people keeping an eye on you. And they'll come out and they'll find you whether you like, you know, saying like I was saying, doing business or you're a cosplayer. If you're a cosplayer, don't just come out and cosplay and have people take a bunch of pictures of you and tag your handle. You know, have some business cards, man. Like, hey, I know you just took a picture with me and you're gonna tag me, but hey, take my business card anyway.
If you're a little broke too, shit, get a Word document, block it out, and put your name and Instagram, everything on a Word document and cut it out.
That part. It's that simple. Honestly, it's really that simple. And speaking of being broke, let's talk about budgeting. Let's talk about budgeting.
Do not, in your first 5 minutes of being at the convention, waste all your money on anime merch.
Oh, this sounds like this comes from experience.
Yeah, you may want it right then and there, but like then you realize 3 hours later, oh, I don't have any more money for food or anything, really.
Look, that happens.
Plus, it's also something extra to carry around the whole convention. If you're going to buy stuff, buy it before you're going to leave.
Ooh, you know, that's tough, though, because, like...
Unless it's limited quantity.
Yeah, see, that's what I was about to say, because there's some, like, art, especially, where it's like, you see it, it's right there. Like, I saw this lit Bakugo painting.
I know it's like Christmas Day and you need to have it and you really, really want it. But if there are more than like 20 of this item, more than 25, just wait so you don't have to carry it around with you all day.
That part.
Or if you're going to get a bunch of stuff, bring like a tote bag that you can go throw in your car or something.
Right. Because, you know, crazy, like, what was it? For Queen City, there was the parking garage. So anything that we were like, if we don't need it right now, like, cause I had a backpack, I had my MacBook, cause I had the panel, and I was like, all right, I got my MacBook on me, boom, bam. I was like, well, I don't need it now, so I'm gonna just leave it in the car. It is what it is, you know. So yeah, if you got your vehicle on you and you just necessarily have to get in, you can walk and it won't ruin your day to get to your vehicle. Yeah, do that. But just like Naya said, man, if there's like 20 of them things, you can wait. Because you don't want your hands full. You got to put stuff down to do things. And...
Especially if you Uber to this convention.
Let's talk about the Ubers, though. Let's talk about
Because I've been in a situation, too, where I've gotten to a convention late, and there was not enough parking at said convention. So I'd have to park like a mile or two away and get a ride there. So if you're going to get big things, if you're Ubering, wait until later in the day.
You know, it's funny. We drove there because there was a parking garage. We drove there. We Ubered back to our room. It was... We were just like, F it. We're just going to leave our stuff out. Like, just get whatever you need out the car. Because, like, I'm not going to lie. We were lit.
It's so much more convenient to be able to park at the convention too, though, because you can go in and out of the convention to put stuff in your car, get stuff out.
Yeah.
And if you're coming from out of town and you're staying at the hotel, that's the best situation possible because
right there.
It's right there. You go upstairs. You can change your cosplays, fix your makeup. You don't have to have anything on you at all times, just like your phone and your wallet. Yeah, nothing else.
With that being said, if you're going to stay at the venue, like if you're going to stay at the hotel where the convention is, you got to do it now. Like there's a convention in August coming up. You got to get that room now. Hey, we've been inside.
If you wait till like a month before, there's gonna be nothing.
Either that or it's
maybe even like sooner than that. Like people are crazy about some of these conventions. book up what they can.
Exactly, and it's not even just like those people. Sometimes people are flown out or brought through as like guests, and they gonna get a room. You know what I'm saying on the convention's dollar. So
I know my friend and her friend stayed in one hotel room, the five of them,
yeah, I mean,
just because of
it's
how
like
booked
that.
they were. Like, it was a 2 adult room, but they had to fit five of them in there, five people in there.
It be like that. I ran with some folk. They were doing the same thing. It was like a few to a room, and I was like I ain't trying to do all that. Me and my boy Justin, we were like F it. We went like 12 minutes out or whatever. But we was good where we were at, you know. But um, it's a little out the way, but we got things done. We got things done
Mhm.
because for the most part, you know, and this will lead into like the what to do thing. But like you know, we planned out our day, but um budgeting, dude, I'm talking about like not only just lodging, right? Because you got to put money on lodging, and you don't want to be too. If you're not at the venue, you don't want to be too far out from it. You got to
Mhm.
worry about the budget for food because you're not going to be eating snacks the whole time. You're going to want to eat. People are going to want to eat.
Food at venues too are more expensive than outside food.
Big facts. Um, we stayed at the what was it a few years ago? We did the gaming convention, and we did I think extended stay because they had a stove in the room, and they gave you pans, and I was like, bro, we went to Trader Joe's and copped some meat real quick. Let's go.
A whole meal.
Let's get it. um, what was I about to say? Oh, if you travel with a group, if you travel with a group, oh my God, get your money right. Like, don't like there was a thing that came up. It was like, would you rather travel with somebody that's broke or would you rather travel with somebody that's a picky eater?
Broke.
You rather travel with somebody broke?
Because if you're traveling in a group and you have one picky eater, that's never going to go well if everyone else is like fine eating whatever, because there's always going to be that one person who has to have something special because they can't eat broccoli or something.
Man,
Like,
no. Look, here's where I'm at. I would rather travel with a picky eater because I'm like, bro, you always gonna have chicken tenders on the menu. We gonna eat whatever we want. You eat your chicken tenders, we good. Bro. You're not gonna stop our shine, but broke people will always stop your forward motion.
my cousin literally used to be so picky that like when she go to McDonald's and get like the 4 count chicken nugget,
Yeah.
she'd peel the breading off of it and just eat the inside of the nugget.
Isn't there like? Doesn't McDonald's have like a grilled chicken type? Do they? No, I don't think
Well,
they
now
do.
they do, but like,
Okay.
but she eat them separately. So like,
No.
but
Oh,
they
so
couldn't
she
be
ate them.
together. Yes.
I thought
So
she
like
just peeled it.
the breading came off first, and she ate that. Like ate around the nugget.
Oh my god. Oh my. Yo, this blows my mind. This is new information for me. We just gonna say the skin for the layer. What? So she just ate the meat, just no barbecue sauce, nothing.
No, like you know how the chicken nuggets are breaded?
Yeah, the bread. She took the bread off and put it to the
Yeah.
side, right, and ate the meat first.
What I've noticed with a lot of picky eaters is they don't like sauces. At least from what I've like, at least from my family. Like
Okay.
I don't know, the picky eaters. It was just mac and cheese, chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, fries. Like
And no ketchup, no nothing. Just dry food. Just
my preferred sauce of choice at McDonald's is either barbecue or their buffalo sauce.
okay. I've never actually had McDonald's buffalo sauce.
It's really good. You should try it
The
on their
barbe-
nuggets.
I really don't even like. To me, the barbecue sauce is so good at McDonald's that I don't even
It is.
acknowledge any other sauce. Apparently, they have a ranch. I didn't even know they had a ranch.
I don't like ranch. You know that.
Ah, that's right. I don't acknowledge any other sauce from there. Like it's literally the barbecue.
Next time though, for me, please try some of their hot sauce or their buffalo sauce.
Their
It goes
buffalo
really good
sauce.
on the nuggets.
Okay.
It's like the perfect amount of hot, but not too hot. But hot.
McDonald's has a new chicken sandwich, actually.
I tried it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Okay, because
Really good.
Mo told me to add bacon on it, and
They have like a deluxe one and then a regular one.
really,
And I heard it from Mo too. So I was like, let me try this. And it just comes with like the chicken, and then it has like a spicy sauce and
Okay.
pickles. And
I take
it
the
was
pickles
really, really good.
I take the pickles off every time.
It was like a good spicy though.
Okay, because the pickles always alter the flavor for me.
I don't know if they still have it going on, but like I could eat one of those every day probably. Like it was really good.
I don't think
I wasn't hating on it.
I don't think that's healthy, Naya. I don't think that's healthy.
Well, I mean, I'm too broke to do that anyway, but
But the most unhealthiest foods are because of people being broke. Like
okay, that's what pisses me off too. Like you can go to McDonald's and get 10 hamburgers for $10, but then if you go to the grocery store, 2 things of strawberries are like $10. Or like
they don't want us to win out here.
avocados. For 2 avocados, it's like $6 or $7 to get them fresh.
Just like the actual avocado.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I love avocado, and for me to buy a bag of like six or 7 avocados is like $10.
What? Yeah. Okay. You know what? Because I'm not.
They make eating healthy in America so hard.
They yeah.
Like obviously people are going to want to buy McDonald's and stuff from the freezer section at grocery stores because they're making produce so expensive and fresh foods.
This is true. This is true. But
like it's statistically proven that like wealthier people and wealthier families are skinnier and eat better because like they are more financially able to buy these things, whereas lower class families and stuff tend to be at a higher risk for obesity and all of this just because there isn't ample access to healthier food options.
Message. Oh my gosh.
He finally got back to us.
Talking about just go ahead. Like we already doing it, Mo. I want to message him and be like, we already doing it.
Do it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm about to message him right now.
Just be like, what came up?
No. I'm just messaging him telling we already doing it. But okay. So
Kudasai?
All right, yo, that was my man King Kai. Much love to him.
Just say that to him. That's all you have to respond with.
Okay. So, all right, outside of budgeting, right? You get to the convention, right? Get there. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we planning? Like what's going on?
They will most likely always have either like a few weeks before, or like you can probably get one the day of the convention, look online. They already have planned out like what's going on each day, at what time, what panels are going on, what activities, everything that you could ever think of. So before you get to the convention, like the day before, plan out what you're gonna do, what actually interests you, because then you'll be able to see like all the options of things there are to do. So you won't just have to walk around and not know where to go or what to do or what to see, because you won't know what there is. So look at the nice little piece of paper and plan out what you're going to do throughout the day before you go. And yeah, make backup options too, because a lot of the times the most popular panels are always going to be packed.
Yeah.
So you may not be able to even see what's going on. You won't be able to hear. You got to think, is it still worth it or not? Or would you rather go see something else that's at the same time?
Yeah. Yo, like some of the more popular panels, was it the Cosplay Contest? Those are usually big. Like there's like people like standing around. I was fortunate, weirdly enough, like a few times I've been fortunate enough to be like up front. I was like, how did I get here? So,
or you have to get there like really early to get in line for the panel.
Some of them got lines, boy, like lines. You know,
if your panel is first thing in the morning at the start of the convention, you better get there like early.
Really? Is it really that bad? Because I've only really been to convention. Like I don't go before like 11.
No, the Ichiban one I went to in Charlotte, that one was packed quite a few times every time I went.
Okay, well, Ichiban is a bigger convention. I'll give it that.
There's a lot more people there.
Yeah, because Queen City's decent size. It's getting bigger. It's definitely gotten bigger since it started. And I mean, even my convention, or not my convention, my panel, like the seats were filled. I was like, okay, seats are filling up. And then it got to people standing up, and I was like, I actually have to do well. So, um,
The pressure.
yeah, like literally, I was like, I'm just gonna come here. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm out here, boom, bam. But then when seats started filling up and people started standing up in the back, and I'm like, okay, all right, hey guys, look at this. Like, so, yeah.
Kids when they made a picture for their parents.
What was it that Simpsons episode where it was it Milhouse had the horse? He's like, I brought a pony. Nay, nay, nay. Like, that's kind of how it was. But no, yeah, definitely pay attention to the schedule. Like she said, pay attention to the schedule because some conventions don't end till like 12, like 1 in the morning sometimes.
I was there one night at Ichiban because they had like one of those like 11 p.m. raves or whatever, and those get packed too.
Yeah, they do. Lines.
Because there's always the people staying at the hotel, so they're gonna want to come down to party, and you're gonna still be there and want to party, and
Yep.
it's crazy.
Actually,
Also, be safe. Be safe at the.
Yeah, be safe, dude. Like, if you came with a group, make sure you know where all your peoples are.
Let people know where you're going when you're going somewhere. If you're gonna leave the group.
Group chats are essential for conventions. Group chats. Do not have separate chats for your friend. If y'all came in a group, create a group chat, whether it be your text, your Snap, your Facebook. It doesn't matter. Create.
Just like the portable battery. Keep it in your purse so your phone's not gonna die randomly.
That part, because
then you won't be able to contact anyone if you do get like in a little situation.
Because it's easy to get separated. Because you might be interested in this person might be interested in this, and y'all go y'all separate ways. Like, oh, I'm in this panel, oh, I'm over in this panel, oh, I'm over here eating. Like, it happens, man.
It happened to me a bunch of times. Like, my friend was cosplayed as Levi from Attack on Titan, and like there has to be at least 100 Levi's at this convention. Like, they just get lost in the wave of Levi's. Like, where's my friend? Which Levi is my friend?
And then on top of that, like, say your friend has a really, really good Levi cosplay, everybody's gonna take pictures with that person, right? So they're getting pulled left and right, taking pictures with people and talking to people, and so it's easy to get distracted. It's easy to get off course or whatever. But as far as like the convention goes, yeah, definitely pay attention to the schedule. But your overall daily schedule, like, when are you gonna eat? When are you gonna take a break? You know what I'm saying? Like,
we don't take breaks.
Shit, I have went to a panel.
Sometimes you need a break though.
I went to a panel just to sleep in the back. I don't mind me. I'm here. I'm sleeping. That's it.
I'm vibing.
Like, cause I mean, I can't. Actually, you know what's funny? There was it was Queen City. No. It was Triad. It was Triad Anime Convention right here in Winston. Dude sat in a chair, pulled up a little ottoman or a table, put his feet on it, and just fell asleep in the middle of
Me too. It also gets exhausting talking to just so many people about your cosplay and like what you're doing there and what other cosplays you do, and like I take it as a compliment too, but after a while, like, you need a break from it. You need a break from talking to people.
Actually, you know what? As a matter of fact, come to think of it, what cosplay have you done in the past, and what are you looking forward to doing?
I did. I've done Levi before. I've also done stuff from Black Butler and Moggy and Free, and I was trying to think if there's any other ones. I can't think of any other off the top of my head right now, but those are the main animes I cosplayed from.
Okay, facts. Any you got like coming up in the future? Like, we've been inside for 2 years. You got any ones you about to pull up with?
I've been told I should do a Raven cosplay from Teen Titans.
Oh, that would be swaggy.
I'm thinking about it. I'm debating it. I think I could pull it off.
Do it. Wait, Raven has what?
I haven't been to a convention in forever though, or cosplayed in like forever.
How long has it really been? Like,
Well, like the ones I went to in 2018 and 2019, I didn't cosplay at. Like,
Okay, bet.
I kind of got out of the grind for a little bit, but the last time I actually like full on like got in cosplay was probably 2017.
Okay.
But I remember the last cosplay I did. I feel bad. I forgot the dude's name. He's from Magi. He had the really long black ponytail with like the balls on it. Hold on, I'm gonna find a picture real quick.
Are you really gonna find a picture?
Going back to budgeting too. Budget your cosplays wisely, because most of the stuff that you can get on Amazon for your costume, you can make yourself.
That part. We gonna get into cosplay. We gonna get into cosplay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. So
Judal, this guy.
Which guy?
I don't know if you can.
Oh my gosh.
Why is it so bright? I need to turn a light on.
I'll put it in post. Just send me the picture. I'll put it in post.
Okay, hold on.
All right. So...
No, it took so much effort to make this wig. I spent like probably a week on it just because of how long the wig was.
Jeez. All right. So speaking of things to do, and a lot of people think this is something to do. Vaccinations, COVID, right? Especially for the one that I'm trying to go to pretty soon. They're like, people need to be vaccinated to pull up, and if you're not vaccinated, you need to have a negative test within like 3 days of the date. And I believe they're doing masks. I don't know. Excuse me. How does the climate of COVID change conventions, or does it change it at all? Like, is it just like, hey, people are getting vaccinated, we good? Or
I know supposedly they said like last year during summer that the heat was supposed to kill off COVID, but I mean, I guess it's really up to whoever's organizing this event.
Yeah.
I know the mask mandate has been lifted, so like more people are not wearing masks, especially those who have been vaccinated.
Yeah, of course. I
guess it's up to one's personal preference of whether they want to wear a mask or not, if they've been vaccinated or if they haven't.
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell people what they can and can't do. I mean, that's your body and your choice and your risks, but I feel like it's
here and there, depending on where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's a bunch of people, I'm like, all right, let me throw one on. You know, but conventions, I guess it's like depends on what crowds I'm in. If I'm doing if I get picked up for another panel, I'm doing my panel. I'm like, yeah, whatever. If I walk into a rave or whatever, I might throw it on. There might be some concerts I might walk into and check out real quick, because some conventions have that, they have little concerts or whatever. But for me, I'm not too worried about it as far as like wearing a mask or whatever. I feel like, you know, people, like I said, we outside. I'm pretty sure people are gonna do what it takes to make it to the convention.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna be an issue at all. You know, so I'm fully confident that people are gonna be absolutely safe, and we gonna get it popping, unless like there's some asshole like coughing all over people. But you know, there's always one idiot. So what not to do? That leads right into
cough on people.
Yeah, right there. That part. What not to do? Hey, here's something that you should not do at conventions. How about not like touching people? Just don't do it.
For real.
Just don't, like, if you don't know that person, don't touch them. Like, just don't.
Where it comes from is because a bunch of female anime characters are overly sexualized for like what their character is, and of course the cosplay is probably going to be over sexualized too if the character is over sexualized. Yeah. And a bunch of men will find like these anime chicks very attractive and maybe have fantasies about these women, but they also have to realize that these women in costume are not like the actual character, and that's where a lot of guys get mixed signals, because like they'll think, well, I know it's bad, but like if she's dressing like that, then it must be okay.
Yeah.
Like she's looking for attention, so why don't I give her attention? But just because someone's dressing like that doesn't give you the right to over sexualize them as well.
Not at
They're
all.
just playing a part. They're acting.
Big facts, and that's what it should be. But like, you know what I'm saying, you get those people that can't differentiate that, and it ruins it for everybody. It definitely ruins it for everybody. Um,
Like photos are fine, but you can't just be like getting a photo and then start getting handsy. Like
yeah,
a photo is a photo.
is that and speaking of photos, ask before you do it. Ask before you take a photo. Like, cause if you're not actively in the photo with the person, ask before you take a picture. Cause I mean,
Chances are you're not going to get a great picture either if you're not like doing it while they're aware.
that part. Cause it's just like, you know, it's weird. Like, cause if I'm hanging out somewhere and I'm doing my thing and somebody takes a picture and I see it online and I'm like, what? Like, were they watching me or you know?
Mhm.
It's just one of those things, man. It's just uh, yeah, just yeah. Don't touch people. Don't take pictures without permission. Um, shoot. Don't. What I'm trying to word this correctly, so I'm. It's like
What are you trying to say?
I don't know how I'm trying to say this. It's like okay, so anime conventions are extremely right now they're extremely open to the LGBT community or whatever,
Mhm.
right? Extremely open. Queen City, they have been extremely supportive. I don't know about other conventions, but I know at least that one they've been
Mhm.
extremely open and accepting of the LGBT community. My thing is that like if you don't f with it, man, keep it to yourself. Like just
For real.
keep it to yourself, man. Like because you're gonna walk into a bunch of people that subscribe to you know what I'm saying whatever they identify with, whatever their preference is, and Queen City they're not gonna play with it. And you know what was it? The year I went, they had name tags, and they were like, "Hey, we got pronouns on name tags." And me, I was just like, okay." But here, I was like, whatever. If you want your pronoun on a name tag, that is what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, that's wild, that's unnecessary. No, I'm like, if that's what you want to do your thing. But there were people that were like, oh, what the f? I'm like, bro, chill out.
Calm down.
Yeah, it's not hurting you. Like
It's 2021. Like, get over it.
that part. That part, like I don't get a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I really don't. Like somebody's like, I'm non-binary. They, them. Blah,
You
blah,
do
blah.
what you want to do. You're your own person.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't understand. I'm willing to learn. Don't cancel me. I don't.
What also upsets me is when people make assumptions about like someone's sexuality without asking questions first to get to know more about it. Like they'll just assume a stereotype about someone without actually getting to know them first as a person.
Yeah, you know, and it's you know it doesn't hurt to ask questions. It doesn't you know it's okay to say I'm ignorant to the stuff. Like you know, being ignorant is just not knowing. You know, and it's come on, like you said, it's 2021. If you still mad about stuff like that, get over it. It's not going anywhere. You know, so like I said,
It
like
has
I
to also.
go ahead.
Sorry, you go ahead.
No, I was just saying like it's not going and anime conventions, and especially like the ones I've been to, they've been super supportive of Pride. Like they've had drag shows, and it's like,
Do
bro,
it.
drag shows are entertaining.
I love them.
They're entertaining.
I'll go out of my way to go see one.
Facts. Like they are really like really entertaining. I like people like, and I didn't think that like because in regular drag shows, people throw money. You know what I'm saying? People give money to the performers, and they were doing it at the convention. I was like, I seen a 10. I was like, boy, give me a dress. God, what? We just giving money?
My friend that I actually met while delivery driving, he does drag, and he works at this bar up in Greensboro.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go one night because it wasn't under 21, so like I couldn't have gone before. But I want to go now, but I just don't have anyone to go with. So if you're down for a drag show, let's go.
I don't go nowhere. What's popping?
Let's do it.
Let's get it. Like I'm telling you, they're fun. I don't mind them. They're fun. They're fun.
They were fun. Like I don't know, just liven up the party. Also with the I don't know what you call it. Hold on.
What do you call it? Where we at with it? Where we at with it?
I was going back to the like not being understanding of people's genders and sexualities.
Yeah.
It also has to do with a lot how like someone was raised, because a bunch of people are still growing up in the mindset of their parents, and their parents' mindset and how they grew up is a lot different than what the world is today. Like,
Oh yeah.
it just has to do with a lot with family and religion sometimes even, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, respect comes both ways. Like if you're not into it, hey man, I'm not gonna hate you for it. Just keep the stuff to yourself. If you're into it, it is what it is. I just feel like, like I said, anime conventions are starting to be a lot more open to the LGBT community. They're almost like hand in hand at this point. And it's not a surprise because there are a lot of androgynous characters in anime, right?
Mhm.
Where you don't,
I've
you know,
cosplayed as dudes and chicks. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like it's a norm. So,
yeah,
me personally, I don't care. Like it is what it is. Like I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, like why are they doing that? Like I said before, I don't understand all of it, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I do. But look, I'm not hating nobody. I'm willing to ask questions, all that good stuff. So
it's also just a form of expression. So, like, if you have a connection, let's say you're a guy and you have a connection to this female lead character in an anime, and you look up to that character, go ahead, cosplay as her. Or you can do it like I've done female versions of male characters as well as male versions of female characters. Like, you do what speaks to you, because at the end of the day, it's just a form of expression, and
yeah.
we're all trying to do something that brings more serotonin into our lives.
Yeah, big facts. Like, cause one of like the very first convention I ever been to, there was a woman. She was dressed up as Afro samurai, and it was dope.
Mhm.
It was dope. I was like, that's lit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
man, we in there. Like, I don't shame or shun nobody. For what they do. Speaking of shaming and shunning people, seems to be a little bit of controversy. Queen City Anime Convention, right? They recently posted about dress code at the convention, and pretty much they're like, hey bro, as long as you got the chest covered, you got a leotard, boy shorts, boxer briefs, you good to go. No cheeks, literally says on the picture, no cheeks. No cheeks, no side boob, no under boob. Says it right there. No under boob, no side boob, no cheeks. And I've been to quite a few conventions where I've seen cheeks, I've seen side boob, I've seen under boob. And one of the big things was, well, what about men and what they wear, right? But the
hmm
convention was pretty clear that it was like no nipples, because there are a bunch of like cosplay that showed men bare chested, and the convention seems pretty clear on the fact that it's like no nipples. We're not doing bare chested anything. So one of the big things is like it's a sexist dress code that pretty much targets women, right?
I've been to a convention before and saw a man wearing nipple tassels. I didn't have a problem with it.
There we go.
Tassels in general, like,
There we
do
go.
what makes you happy.
Right. It's like, hey, bro, if you want to wear them tassels,
Like,
bro,
at least it's
whatever.
covered somewhat.
Yeah. I don't necessarily, for me personally, I don't necessarily think it's sexist, right? Because they've pretty much like all around the board said like, hey, we don't want to see no cheeks, we don't want to see no chest, right? Yeah, like the wording where it's like no side boob, no under boob is like, well, of course this is who they're talking about, but um, I feel like I don't want to say they want to be family friendly, but I think they're extremely conscious that they don't want to over sexualize things, and they know that side boob and under boob can be over sexualized, and
Yeah.
you can say that about men, like chest out, you can over sexualize that, but um, it's one of those things where I'm like, me personally, as a person that likes cosplay, I don't do a lot of it. I like it. I'm like, find another cosplay, man. Like, you don't have to show that stuff. You can find dope cosplay without having to do that. Like,
A
that's
bunch
what
of
I'm saying.
female cosplays, too, though. Like, it'd be harder to do the cosplay because it's not the cosplay if we're switching things up about the outfit that aren't like the one in the anime. Like, because some anime female characters are over sexualized, and
Yeah.
you know, if we're having to hide side boob or butt, like it's kind of hard if we're going off of the costume that we're trying to cosplay. Like, we'll have to make adjustments to everything we're wearing just to follow the rules. But
No,
I mean,
that's understood. That's understood because there, you know, a lot of the female anime characters are of some like sexualized fantasy. You know.
and people aren't aware of the rules before going to these conventions, because I know some cosplays take like months to make.
Yeah.
And if you get there and told you have to leave because your cosplay doesn't meet the dress code regulations, like, it's just like a slap in the face of how much time and money you've essentially wasted trying to make yourself and your cosplay look good.
Oh, of course, of course. So I would hope, you know, what I'm saying those rules don't deter anybody from being creative. But I would
No.
also hope that like people that do cosplay don't see this as like an attack on them.
Hmm.
Because like I said, it seems like they've covered their base and said like, hey, like this is for everybody, no matter who you are. But I feel like the wording of like no side boob, no under boob, they're like, aha, this you yeah.
It did kind of targeted towards females more, but I mean, we can always work around it. I mean, it's not like they're asking anything huge or telling us we can't cosplay as certain characters. So, like, in general, they're just saying modest.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not gonna say I agree or disagree either way because, like, you know, I can imagine like a parent and they have kids and you know they pull up to the convention and somebody's got booty out and I'm just like and I'm serious, like I've seen
Yeah.
booty out, like, and
I have too.
and I'm like, this is what we doing, bro. Like, this is what we.
This is what we're doing now.
Yeah, like I'm just like, all right, like, and you know me, I'm just like, all right, like we just got booty out, like, so I can understand where like you know somebody's renting out a space and like somebody's children is there and I'm like, mom, look cheeks, and I just. So,
What's that thing?
what is that? I want to touch it. No, you can't touch it. Cosplay is not consent. So, yeah, I get it. I hope that like people aren't too upset about it and they can.
I think it'll be all right.
Yeah, come up with those workarounds. Do you have any cosplay tips?
Back to budgeting. Make sure before you decide on a cosplay, look into how much it will take to make this cosplay come to life.
Yeah.
And if it's way over your budget, choose another cosplay or find cost-effective solutions, like I did for my wig that I made for my Geralt character.
What did you like? What did you do for the wig? What was that?
So it was like a down to the ankles wig. Like, so first I bought a short, like, you know, normal black shaggy wig, and then I sewed in I bought a big ponytail extension that was maybe like 36 inches worth of hair, and I took that and I sewed it into the cap of the smaller wig, and then I went to Michael's and I got different size styrofoam balls, spray painted them black, wrapped the hair around the balls. Did you get the picture I sent you?
Yeah, I didn't look at it yet.
Go look at it so you can follow along.
You said, okay, I was gonna go look at it right now. Mid podcast, I will do that.
It took so long to get this together.
It's on the Wanda Sykes joint. I'll look at that later.
Not that one.
Okay, all right. Bet. Okay, I see it now.
So I got the styrofoam balls and I placed them through like a pantyhose stocking, and then I tied hair ties around it to make like the balls like individual.
Yeah, I got you.
then I individually wrapped sections of this 36-inch long black hair extension around the black spray painted styrofoam balls, and like glued it down with like the really strong hairspray.
Yeah.
And then I had to attach another hair extension at one point just to get it to the point where it was like down to my shins. It turned out really good though. I wish I had pictures.
How do you not have pictures? What are you doing?
I know. It was a one-day convention thing, and I was having too much fun. I didn't get any pictures.
You were having too much fun that you didn't.
I was having too much fun.
Oh my
I got
gosh.
the red contacts and everything, and then I made I don't know if you saw like his armband thingies.
Picture it didn't happen.
I made the armband things with what's it called? Like moldable foam or whatever, and then
Yeah.
I made little rings around it and spray painted it gold. I made little arm cuffs.
Nice.
They were cool.
I've
That wig was the thing that took the longest, though. God.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I see. Like
Getting tangled halfway through.
No bueno. I'm a cosplay. I'm a finally. Actually, no, I'm not gonna cosplay. I'm gonna just throw on my Totoro onesie and call it a day.
The only thing I have left from my cosplay, part of the reason like I stopped cosplaying was because my parents' house at the time, my mom came back from a trip from San Francisco and California and brought back bed bugs with her from a hotel she stayed at. So I literally had to get rid of like everything I owned, like clothes, bed, everything, furniture, everything in the house was gone. And then like we had to get it fumigated or whatever to get all the bugs and stuff out. So I lost all my clothes and cosplay stuff, but
Lovely.
it was worth it while it lasted.
All that work for like nothing for bugs to get to it.
Maybe I had to get rid of my keyboard.
Okay, well there you go. There you go.
No, that's not like cosplay related, but
I was gonna say like
I play piano, so it was a big thing.
How long you play piano? I didn't know you played piano.
I play like 6 instruments.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Mayonnaise is not an instrument. But I've been playing piano since I was 6, and then I stopped taking lessons when I was probably like 9, and then started lessons back up again around 12 and took those for like a year. But then I taught myself guitar, and then with piano, you can literally teach yourself most any instrument. Yeah. So the piano, guitar, ukulele, some violin,
you need to come help
play the bass guitar.
Make beats. That's pretty much what you're telling me. You gotta come help me make beats.
I want to learn the mandolin. That would be fun.
So random. So
I know, but like
Mando.
I can still play the trumpet from band.
I that one time in band camp.
Stop.
Were you in band camp? You weren't in band
I didn't go to band camp.
You whispered it. I don't know. Did you go?
No, I didn't go to band camp.
Was one time in band camp.
I didn't go to band camp. I don't want to go to band camp.
You know what? You were band. I was quiet. You know what I'm saying? We was beefing all the time. Band and choir. When I was in school, beefing.
I had to choose a instrument, and the trumpet sounded like the easiest thing, and it kind of was.
The easiest?
I don't know. It was really easy for me.
You're spitting into a horn, like pretty much.
It makes your lips feel so weird.
You're beatboxing into an instrument pretty
much. The trombone is really fun too. I've played one of those before.
You're just a ball of randomness.
I really love music and like instruments, and like if you hand me an instrument, I can figure it out in an hour.
So pretty much you're gonna help me make beats. We in there.
All right, let's do it.
The level of confidence in that sentence there.
I'm going so off topic again, but one time I helped this kid run away at like 11 p.m. after I got my shit off.
What? Don't you implicate me in any crime?
Just listen. So like he didn't have any money to give me, so he gave me this electric guitar. Okay. So, and it was a really nice electric guitar. I'll get to what kind of guitar it was later in the story, but I was like just learning guitar, or like a few years into guitar at this point, learned a bunch of stuff. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be so fun to play. So I get him to South Carolina, get back home at like 2 a.m. on a school night with the guitar, my red mahogany electric guitar with gold knobs. And then fast forward a year and a half later,
So
I want to
wait,
get my
gone a year and a half. You helped this kid disappear for a year. Go, Naya. Don't you implicate me.
So anyway, you know the snake tattoo I have on my leg?
Yes.
So I sold the guitar to get enough money to finish my tattoo because I was short for the second session. So I wasn't paying attention to what kind of guitar this was at the point in time. So I take it to a shop and they're like, we can give you like $90 or $100 for this guitar. So I was like, oh my God, that's great. That'll like cover the rest of my tattoo. You know, cool. Like, take it. And then I realized it was a Les Paul.
Naya. Okay, first of all, he finessed you because it was a Les Paul. Number two, where is the child?
I guess he came back to North Carolina. I didn't really know him that well. I was just like, ooh, free guitar. I didn't make a bunch of great decisions, but like they made me who I am today.
In my Mo voice.
I don't even remember his name. It's like a blur. 17 was a blur.
Why? You just implicated me in a missing child case. I am now involved.
He's not missing. Like, he was going somewhere. Like, he's fine.
Yep. He was going. He knew where he was going. That's all that matters.
He knew where he was going. Like, he's fine.
No one else. He knew where he was going.
He's fine. Anyway.
Hilarious.
So that's how I got scammed out of like, at least $1,500.
I was gonna say it's a Les Paul. Oh my gosh.
It was one of like the red. Huh?
That TikTok. Oh Lord.
I'm still mad about it. Like, I want that guitar back.
I believe it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and then they only gave me like $80 for the amp I brought with it too.
I'm disappointed.
Mistakes. So now I'm stuck with like this shitty acoustic guitar, and I want my electric guitar back. I mean, it's not shitty, but like, it works. Yeah. It's just like, I want a new guitar. Okay. I want the Les Paul back. The same one on like, or like one similar to it on Guitar Center's website is like $2,800, and I'm like, the fuck?
I'm pretty sure someone who wants their child back. Okay.
He was a weird kid.
Said the one that helped him escape.
With a guitar.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. But no, you said he made it back, so he's good. He's good. We're good. So.
He eventually came back, but he was gone for like a little bit.
Oh man.
His home life wasn't great.
I don't know if I should upload.
I was probably doing him a favor.
I don't know if I should upload that. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Okay, but he's good now. Okay, so with that being said,
we should have a podcast about like our poor life choices as teenagers.
Oof. Look, Naya, that would be a whole separate podcast for us. A whole different name. It'd be like, I don't know what would the name be. It all worked out.
My mom helped me make a list of the times where I fucked up.
She helped you make did she help you make that list, or did she was just like, here's a pen and paper, just do it?
No, she helped me make a list. But this was like,
she knew all.
This was like earlier this year, like
this was
from stuff that happened. Like,
she had you do this recently?
No, she helped me make it as a joke. But this was stuff that happened from like the ages of under 18.
So, but she had you do this recently.
She didn't have me do it. I was just like, I guess tell me more when I fucked up, because like
tell me more.
kind of a blur. So I was like, okay, like what did I do that was so bad? And she's like, well, first of all,
Like, look, she picked up the pen. Well, I got time. I got time. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm dead. Okay.
but like I turned out okay, so it's fine.
That's what I'm talking about. We here. We on this podcast. That's about to get raided by the FBI. So, oh man. All right. So,
Where were we?
oh man. I think we're at closing comments now. Because we touched pretty much everything. So we're I guess we're at closing. So we talked about items. We talked about saying what to do, what not to do. We talked about tips. We talked about oh snap! Check this out, right? Panels, right? If
Don't tell yourself you're gonna do bad. You're gonna do fine, and you're gonna be a boss.
okay, I was just gonna say if your panel's really bad, just don't do it. That's what I was gonna say.
Take half a Xanax before you go up there if you have anxiety like me.
Or allegedly drink like I do, but
You drink before panels?
allegedly. So,
Allegedly.
my allegedly they're 18 and up panels, so I can say that allegedly. So I never do. I like it's always 18 and up because I allegedly drink. So
Got you.
because I feel a lot more comfortable. I feel like I'm in the zone, and plus other people take over the panel for me. So it is what it is. Some dude literally did a panel, and he was supposed to be about one thing, and he just showed memes. So
I love that.
yeah,
I'd go to that panel.
pretty much. Like I was supposed to do like a whole game show competition thing. I did like one round, and then it was like the rest of the time was just musical chairs. So I gave out
If
prizes.
the audience isn't having a fun time, switch it up.
Yeah, I gave out prizes. So they're like people were fighting over the last chair. I was like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
You need to do a panel bracket, or a panel with a bracket of anime characters.
Bro, if I do brackets for a panel, are you in there with me? Are you in
Yes.
there with me?
I will be there. You just let me know.
Are you in there with me as a co-host? We are doing brackets as a panel. Bro, because it was either tier list or panel, and I feel like,
Just think about how many people would show up to that panel.
bro, for brackets,
How many arguments there would be.
oh my
We'd
god,
have to have like a 1v1 and like have like people give reasoning for their choices.
no,
Like,
and the crazy thing, I was thinking about that, right? I was like, we open the floor for like a minute or two of deliberation, right? And then we just have everybody vote.
a vote.
And then like that's it. Like there's nothing else. Like the first couple of rounds, it'll be like 30 seconds to a minute of deliberations, right?
Mhm.
Depending on how much time we have for the panel, right? And then as the bracket shrinks, we'll open up for more time for deliberation, just to fill up time, and we literally just go ham on brackets.
Like if we had an hour time slot or an hour time slot or whatever for a panel, we could probably fit at least like 30 to 50 characters in there to bracket out.
30, like each bracket 32. Each bracket of 32. It's 32, right? Yeah, it's after 64, 30. Yeah, 30.
Get as many as we can done.
We could do it. We could literally do that. We could literally do that. We could literally do anime, Disney, whatever bracket. Like we could open it up to whatever bracket. We could bring our Sunday fun to the
I was about to say that.
Yes, to the main stage.
To the anime nerds and weebs.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I haven't filled out a panel application yet. That's that right there.
That's a solid panel application.
Brackets right there.
That's gonna be fun.
Full audience participation. Oh my god, so much discussion. There's gonna be some arguing back and forth.
I feel like we may need security there though, because some people get too hyped about certain anime characters.
Oof. You know what? Yeah. Like we gotta have a balance. Hey, reel it in. A timer on
You're
the
both
screen.
right, now calm down.
Yeah, a timer on the screen. Like, hey, that's it. We're done. Like, hey, no more deliberation. We're done. So
Have a whiteboard to write down everyone's points. There's like a pros and cons list going on.
I'm not gonna lie. If I can figure out, like, I need a software. I'm gonna figure out a software to like actively, you know what I'm saying, work on or not not even a software, just like a website where I can actively
They
update
probably have like
brackets.
a brackets website or something.
Is that because
They have to.
they got tier makers, so I would assume that they have a bracket
Yeah,
website.
I don't
So
see why not.
yeah, so come man, you just helped me come up with a pen. Oh my gosh. Hopefully they accept it. Let's go
I
brackets.
don't see why they wouldn't. That would be like the best panel there that day.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Have everyone in that bracket.
I could see that getting so heated. Like I could see
We
it.
need a big room for that.
Oof, I could see that getting so heated. Like like if the draw was good, I would make it a main stage. Like I would make it a main stage event. Like hey, like come through, vote for your favorite. Like it is what it is. Like
If we
but
start with a small one and it did well, I mean, who's to say that next year we can't do it bigger and better?
yeah, that's true. That is true. I'm not gonna lie. That would be lit. That would be lit.
Slowly make your way towards a television show.
Ooh, brackets.
I'd watch that every day if there was television or a TV show about
We
like.
could do it on a podcast.
No,
We could
we
do
have to get it out there though.
we could actually it could probably be our addition. Like cuz we could post a link and be like this is how we do brackets. Ooh.
Join every whatever day at whatever time.
Ooh.
Cast your votes. AGT, but with anime. Text this number. Text your votes to this number.
Ooh, let's get it. All right, so, but the only tips I have for panels is honestly, it's just like be prepared. Have all your equipment with you, whatever you bring in. If you don't have any equipment with you, be just if you're just gonna stand up there and talk, man, engage the audience because they can help you out. They can definitely give you more to talk about.
Mhm.
If you're gonna go for an hour, make sure you have enough equipment or not equipment, enough topics to fill an hour. Definitely rehearse before you go up there. Don't just go up and wing
Yes.
it. Have notes. Time yourself if you gotta do it.
Flashcards are your friends.
Exactly. And speaking of friends, have friends. Have people that will be there with you to help you out. Because doing it by yourself is tough. I get that. If you want to do it by yourself, you ain't got nobody around you. Okay. But you have friends and they're willing to go up there and help you out. And because me, allegedly, I be on my ish. So it's good to have a alleged sober friend with you to help you out.
That's the guy.
So yeah, that's where I'm at with it as far as advice. What about you?
Be yourself. Have fun. If the audience gets a little dead and they seem like they're not having fun, try switching it up a little bit or start asking questions. Do what you have to do. Improvise in the time of need.
Oh yeah, of course.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Solid, solid, solid. Are you going to Queen City Anime Con?
I'm moving in like 3 weeks, so
I didn't ask you all that. All right, I didn't ask you all that.
I'm gonna try my best to make it to it. Since my mom lives near it, I could stay with her, but I'll just have to see what my school schedule and everything's looking like first before I can give a definite answer.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Your boy is going on a Friday and a Saturday. That is it.
I could probably make it to the Saturday or Sunday one.
Okay. Saturday is where I like really turn up. So it is what it is. Friday I'm pulling up. I'm just checking out the scene. Saturday, oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Not again. That's where I'm at. With Saturday is like, let's go. So if you can make it, we in there. I think I got a couple people coming. What's the name? My boys.
I'll definitely let you know about it.
Yes.
I've been to that one before though. I have always have fun at that one.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're only moving.
You can't not have fun at a convention.
Unless you just are miserable, man. Like, well, okay, check. There have been some comic conventions where it's just like, all right, the anime and gaming ones have been lit. So
Yeah.
I've had fun at those.
Yes.
Especially like when there's gaming tournaments there. Oh my god, let's go.
I love those.
Let's go. I'm in there once again. I'm in there. I I was at a gaming tournament in Durham. I think it was Durham. It was Raleigh or Durham. Um, it was double elimination, right? And I lost, and I completely forgot it was double elimination, and I got on the road, and I received like 10 messages from people like, "Where are you? Where are you?" And I was like, "What do you mean? You were still in the tournament? What?" The guy that beat me ended up winning.
Damn, that sucks.
I forgot that it was double. I was like, all right, let's go home. I'm done.
I bet you were pissed.
I was on the road headed back to Greensboro, and I was like, no. And it was like I couldn't turn around because I was like well on the road at this point.
You were having one of those over-exaggerated anime mental breakdowns.
What was it? That one, that one meme where there's that old Japanese dude sitting in the car, and then he's just chilling, and all of a sudden he just.
What?
That's what happened. It was like, oh no.
That's when he knew he fucked up.
Like, I'm gonna put that little meme in the post. In the post. Oh man! All right. So, closing thoughts. What we got? Closing thoughts could be anything at all. I don't care.
Be yourself. Be creative. And have fun. Okay. Your anime cosplay doesn't have to be the best. But at least you're having fun. I know I've had some... Okay, here's my thought. Everyone's first cosplay is not their best cosplay. It gets better over time. So don't get down on yourself because you feel like you're not as good as everyone else that's cosplaying there. Like, you'll get better at it. But just have fun.
Okay, because your final thoughts was a lot better than mine. It was. I was just going to say the Chinese restaurant fried chicken is better than every fried chicken in the world.
What's that place we get the chicken from at work?
Oh, was it
the wings?
Faux sushi? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Faux sushi. I can't remember. It's on Stratford, but them the spicy Korean.
They're so good.
Yes.
I'm gonna go get some for lunch tomorrow.
Oh my goodness! Stop playing with me. I have not had them in a minute since I moved because I'm not close to Stratford anymore. So I never get it. And
I might get some tomorrow after work.
Oh my goodness, yo, by the way, I'm closing on Tuesdays now.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm closing on Tuesdays now. I'm not exactly looking forward to it, but
I was looking to transfer into the store by where I'm moving to. Because like no one's wanting to hire me since like obviously I don't live there and I'm like 3 hours away, or I don't live there yet. What times they're open? These guys are only open from 10:30 to 5 on weekdays and 10:30 to 7 on Saturday and Sunday. So I was like, cool. I can hear you.
Technical difficulties on my end.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, but there was some technical difficulties.
But the new shop by where I'm moving to, they're only open from 10:30 to 5 Monday through Friday, and 10:30 to 7 on weekends. So I'm like, that means no closing technically.
Yeah.
Since they're only open till 5, so I have like a majority of the rest of the day free if I did work all day.
I feel that.
But that's nice.
Yeah, true. All right, so this is where I'm going to conclude things. I appreciate you, Naya, for pulling up on me. Unfortunately, we didn't get our other guests. That's fine. That's cool. Whatever.
It's okay. Stuff came up.
Yeah, that's cool. And and I'm proud of him doing his thing.
We are proud of him.
Yeah.
He's going on to do good things.
My guy, King Kai, love him, man. That's a good dude.
That one day he like sprinted through the store and I didn't even see him. Like he was running so fast. Like he made it from the kitchen to the back door in like less than a second.
Hey,
He is the Flash.
That's why he got that scholarship, ain't it?
Is why he got that scholarship.
Yeah, big facts, big facts. But that concludes another episode of the Otaku Village podcast, man. Look, check me out. We are on streaming platforms. I'm gonna put all the links in the description. We're gonna be on Spotify and all that good stuff. Naya, appreciate you for pulling up on your boy once again.
Thanks for inviting me.
No problem. Look, you are going to be a permanent fixture. So let's look forward to that.
All right.
Let's because look, I'm trying to kick off this bracket stuff, man. I'm kicking off brackets.
I'm so serious about it. Like, if we could host a panel about that, like, I'd be there. Hands down.
Do it. I'm telling you, I gotta do the.
It's probably the best drunk thought I've ever had.
Yes, let's go. You know what? Actually, funny, crazy thing. Zach was like, he loves the brackets.
He does?
Yes.
We all thought we were going to get in trouble for it.
I thought we were, but like he was like, bro, I love the brackets. I was like, Sundays are lit. Let's go. But you know, and the crazy thing, we still get our job done. So it is what it is, you know. So
he's getting another job?
No, I said we still get our job done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's so dope that he loves those. Like I was shocked. I was like, whoa, what? So that's pretty awesome. So Sundays are lit.
Sundays are lit.
Yeah. So that's another episode of the Otaku Village podcast. Appreciate everybody for pulling up on your boy. It's your boy Schwag. Got Naya. Naya, anything else?
I want people to answer if chicken tenders or pizza rolls are better.
Put that in the comment section. Let us know. Y'all take it easy. Deuces.